Hey guys, Kris here, and welcome to a beautiful and sunny day here in Bergen. It always puts a huge smile on my face when, well, the weather is blue, the sun is shining here in Bergen. And people often ask me, does it rain as much in Bergen as it is rumored? And I tell people, no, it's actually always 20 degrees and sunny. And this is videographic proof of that. No, I'm kidding, guys. It really does rain a lot in Bergen. That's why I'm so happy when the weather is like this. But okay, enough about that. Today in this video, we're going to talk about AC, aka slow charging, aka three-phase charging, aka charging with your onboard charger. We're going to talk about the benefits and also, maybe the not benefits versus DC fast charging. We've done DC fast charging a lot on this channel. We basically do that in every video, but we never talk about AC slow charging. So a huge thanks to today's sponsor, which is actually Zaptec, who produce these chargers here for BKK here at the Laksevåg shopping mall here in Bergen. So huge thanks for them for sponsoring today's video. Later on in the video, I'm going to be showing you guys doing an unboxing on their Zaptec Go charger, which is a really cool charger. And we will actually be giving that charger away to a subscriber. So guys, remember to hit that subscribe button down below if you want to, well, be entered into winning that home charger. It's worth about 7,000 kroners or 700 euros. And guys, also remember to hit that like button. So without further ado, let's jump into today's topic, which is AC slow charging. Let's start off with a little bit of history. I'm not going to, go into too much detail and bore you guys with technical, details, but I want to give you guys just a little bit of background before we dive into, well, more over here. So you can see those cables over there. That is actually the grid, the network where, well, electricity is brought all over the city and cities around the world. It's brought to this charging station here. And before it goes into these DC chargers, it has to be transformed from AC, alternating current, to DC, direct current. That's what has to be done for these to have power. But these over here are AC, alternating current. So these can actually be connected right up to the grid and they can work. So advantages of these is that they are much cheaper to set up. They require very little hardware, and also they take up much less of the network capacity because they deliver much less speed. More on that later. These require a lot. So first off, there's a lot of hardware required for these. There are transformers and other stuff. So, just behind the scenes before you actually see these, there's a lot of money and work that's gone into setting up a charging station like this. And then you have each of these, so these 50 kilowatt chargers, these ABBs, 3 on the right side here, are, I'm estimating, around 200,000 kroners, about 20,000 euros a pop. And then you have the Delta over here, which can split 150 kilowatts between 2 cars. That's probably like closer to 500,000 kroners, or 50,000 euros. So this thing here cost a lot of money. But then you have the Zaptecs over here, which, well, as I said, the Zaptec Go, that's the one I'm giving away today in today's video, is about 7,000 kroners or 700 euros. Much cheaper, and there are about 9 of them or 10 of them over here. So you also have many more charging points for your investment than you have over here. But of course, the advantage with DC fast charging is the fast charging, the rapid charging. You will be able to charge up your car much quicker than these. Usually these, deliver around 22 kilowatts, but it also depends on the onboard charger on your car, because that's the actual charger. This is only the power supply from the network. So this actually isn't a charger in that sense. This is a charger. This is just, technically a power supply, and then on board of your car you have the onboard charger, the converter, that's the actual charger. So the speed is limited to that. But okay, so why do we have, well, these different standards of, well, electricity? Why do we have alternating current and why do we have direct current? Well, we have to go back to the 1880s when a guy called Thomas Edison invented direct current. So of course he was a proponent of, the network that's going to be built out around the world to be direct current. But he was, competing with another guy you may have heard of called Nikola Tesla. And Nikola Tesla had a lot of patents with AC, alternating current. He had a generator that, you know, could be used to create electricity, which ran on alternating current. So you had, you know, this guy, Thomas Edison, that everybody knows about, and then you had also Nikola Tesla. Two geniuses of the time competing, you know, trying to get, well, the network they wanted out, because of course Thomas Edison, having invented the direct current, he wanted his, well, invention to be used, and also Nikola Tesla had a lot of patents with alternating current, so he wanted his patents to be used. So what actually happened is that the Niagara Falls Power Company bought generators which had been patented by Nikola Tesla to set up in their power plant. That was step one. And then General Electric, you know, jumped on the bandwagon, and then, well, everybody else just jumped on that bandwagon. So here we are 150 years later. We have two standards, alternating current and direct current. So the grid is alternating current, and the reason, I'm guessing, you know, I didn't read up too much history. I learned this in school when I went, well, to be a car mechanic, which I never, well, you know, completed. But the reason alternating current became the standard is it's cheaper and it's much more efficient. But that means it costs a lot to, well, power these chargers here, which is the electricity that goes into this car. So this car, the battery source, DC, computers are DC, LEDs are DC, most electronics are DC. So it's not the optimal, and we're paying the price, well, 150 years later, where these chargers here are very expensive to set up. If the network was DC, well, we could probably have DC chargers everywhere. You could have one at your house even, probably, but that's not the world we live in today. But that's fine. That gives us the opportunity to actually make this video. So I'm going to talk about now why AC charging may be your preferred charging type when you own an EV. We are now charging at a rate of 10 kilowatts from this charger here on the wall. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, 10 kilowatts, or actually 10.8 or 10.7, which is what the app is showing. I don't know why the car rounds it down instead of up, because it should be 11 kilowatts. You may be thinking, well, that is not very quick, but considering this car has an 85 kilowatt hour battery pack, you can actually fully charge it from 0 to 100% in 8.5 hours. That is charging overnight, and that is not bad at all. So you have a box like this at home, and you have this car, you can charge it full overnight, which is, well, plenty for most people. But you may be thinking to yourself, well, doesn't this charger on the wall deliver 22 kilowatts and the car is only charging at 11 kilowatts? Well, that is correct, because the thing on the wall here actually isn't a charger in the traditional sense of charger, like, well, the DC charger we have over there. It's not as big as you guys can see, and it doesn't require as much hardware, and it's much cheaper. So the charger actually sits in your car, and that is called an onboard charger, and that is something to pay attention to. So cars will have, well, somewhere in between 3 to, well, even 22 kilowatt chargers. So if you have a Taycan, for example, with dual onboard chargers, it can charge at a rate of 22 kilowatts. That is not that slow anymore. You can actually fully charge the battery in about 4 hours. That is very, very impressive. So you may be thinking to yourself, why would you even bother with these slow chargers if you can just rapid charge? Well, there are a few reasons. First, you have cost. So charging at a slow charger often is cheaper than at a fast charger. Even if many places even pay for the minutes you are parked, it's often cheaper. Some places around the world you can even find free charging, and you can find free parking with charging, like in Oslo. So there are many advantages of that. And also, finding a slow charging point is much easier. There are many more of those around the world than fast charging points. So you can always rely on a slow charging point. But then the main reason may be battery health. So remember, guys, I do this YouTube thing, well, at this point, full time. So I review cars week after week, and I go on these road trips across Europe and across Norway to make this content. And I don't have my cars for very long. I mean, my e-tron, big e-tron, I had for a year. I'm going to have this for maybe, I don't know, maximum 6 months until my Cross Turismo comes. So I go through cars like I go through underwear. And I also make this content. I'm doing these trips, so I am relying on these DC fast chargers. But if you're a normal consumer, only charging your car on DC chargers over the length of many years, decades, is not healthy for your battery. You will have much more battery degradation, meaning that you will actually lose battery capacity. So that 85 kilowatt hours I was talking about, this car having from 0 to 100%, if I were only to fast charge this car for 5 years, all the charging, I would lose a lot of that. Maybe after 5 years, that would only be like 75 kilowatt hours. But if you slow charge your car, it is much healthier for your battery. So that is recommended by the manufacturers. I highly recommend that. So if you have the opportunity to use a slow charger, use that, because that will, you know, lengthen the life of your battery. And, you know, Björn has done a lot of tests on his channel, battery degradation tests. You know, he usually slow charges all of his cars that he has had, because he has the opportunity to do that at home. I unfortunately don't have the opportunity to do that at home yet, because I live in an apartment where I have on-street parking. But somewhere in the future, hopefully, I will be able to charge my car, well, on my own property, and I will have a slow charger. And that's why when Zaptec sent me this charger, I'm gonna, you know, show you guys later, they were like, just keep it. I'm like, well, I could save it for later, but I would rather give it away to you guys. So that's what we're gonna do after we show that. So there are many advantages of slow charging, and as I said, the manufacturers recommend you to slow charge because there's much less heat. You're putting, you know, the battery into, or electricity into the battery at a slower rate, meaning there's much less resistance. It's just much healthier for the battery. And if you want your EV to last longer, if you want your battery to last longer and be more healthy, you should slow charge much more often than you fast charge. Okay, so let's do the unboxing. So there will be a link in the description box down below if you are looking to get a home charger to the Zaptec Go, which is the one I have here. You know, I like supporting these local companies, you know, Zaptec being Norwegian and them being from, well, Stavanger actually, based out of here in Western Norway. It's always cool to support your local businesses. So that's why I agreed to, well, make this video. But also, as you guys can see, that these sponsored videos, I want to do stuff that's relevant to the channel and to well, EVs, like I've done fast charging and now I've done slow charging. We're going to continue on like that with things you guys like. And this knife here is not very good, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful here. But as I said, we are going to be giving away this charger here, and the way we're going to do it is that we're going to give it away to a subscriber. So when we hit 30,000 subscribers, we are going to, well, go through the subscriber list, and I'm going to give this away to somebody. So it doesn't matter where you live in the world, I'm going to pay for shipping, and, well, Zaptec are paying for this charger, which is so cool. I mean, this is worth a lot of money, guys. This is 700 euros. So thank you so much again to Zaptec for, well, providing us with this charger in addition to actually sponsoring the video. That is quite insane. So guys, remember to hit that subscribe button down below and also sound that notification bell so you don't miss out on the future videos, and also hit that like button if you haven't done that already, because we will be giving this away as a 30,000 subscriber mark. So the more people who subscribe, the quicker we get there, the quicker we will be giving this away. So this is really cool. This box here looks really nice. And as you guys can see here from the graphic on the back here, the port here is actually lit, which is super cool. So here in Norway, it's dark 6 months of the year, and even in the north of Norway, it's even darker for longer. So having this really goes to show you that this is a Norwegian company who's thinking about, well, the problems we have in Norway, having that lit. So you'll never have trouble finding that in the dark. That is super, super cool. And just look how small this is. Look how compact it is. So I haven't seen one in person. I've seen one in pictures, and it looks really cool in pictures. And in this other box here, we have something else also. So we're going to open this there up and do the sliding. Ooh. So we have a few brochures there. Everything just feels high quality and nice to the touch. Oh, okay, look at this, guys. Look how snug this fits into the box there. Wow, that is so nice. Whew. Look at this, guys. Look how small it is. I'm going to put the dimensions up on the screen, but look how small it is. It's the size of my head. Okay. And guys, this is the first time I'm seeing this. This looks so cool. This looks so cool. Wow. And then you have the charging port there. It lights up at night. And then you have the Zaptec logo there. which will turn to blue while charging. They're doing an update on their app, so later this fall there will be a new app. So I'm not going to show you guys any app, maybe later when we do videos with Zaptec. So that's why it's important, guys, if you're actually looking to buy a Zaptec charger, you're on the fence, use the link down below to purchase your charger, because that will be tracked by Zaptec and we will be making even more videos in the future with them. I'm so grateful to be able to work with these sponsors. And as I said, I've been handpicking all these sponsors since I started looking at sponsors almost a year ago, because I want to do related content to the channel. But guys, look at this. This is so cool. I mean, it's so simple. You know, it looks like an iPad from the 2000s. I don't know if that's the inspiration, but it looks so nice. But we're gonna open up this other box here because there's more things to show you guys. So we're gonna leave that here. We're gonna put that there in the meantime. And then we're going to open this other box, which is much, much lighter. Okay. So let's see, how do we open this here? You can open it this way. Okay. Again, this is not the best knife to do an unboxing with, but okay, it's enough. Okay, guys, look at this. This is so cool. Let's open this up. Put that over there. Okay. This here is a cover. Look at this, guys. So you can swap covers. So you buy it in one color and then you can swap covers. How cool is that? So I don't know, if you paint your house from white to, well, this is like a dark purple or a pink, you can change the cover. They have many colors on their website. I don't know how you swap this. Let's see if we can try to swap this. So it looks like you'll have to actually unscrew these screws to swap it. So it's not just, you know, pulling it off the box there and, you know, stealing your covers, which is very nice. But look at this, guys. It's so cool. It's so small. I do like this design a lot. And as I said, it does look like an iPad. It's very slick. It's very cool. So guys, if you want to win this wall charger here, and then also throw in this cover, because, well, it's for you guys, you have to subscribe to the channel down below. And also remember to watch my videos if you're subscribed, if you get them in the feed. So when we hit 30,000 subscribers, that can be done relatively quickly if everybody wants to win this. And again, I'll ship this wherever you live around the world. So a huge thanks to Zaptec for sponsoring this video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always, guys, please subscribe. See you guys later and goodbye.